Hey there. I tried to do this in a couple of TikToks and my message kept running long. I had to remind my daughter this morning that we have some major planetary forces pressing upon us. Those of Saturn and Jupiter coming into conjunction. For my daughter, she's having issues with connecting with people and communication and so on. And I'm not going to go into huge detail about her chart. I don't want to violate her privacy, but I reminded her about some things that are connected in her chart and how Jupiter and Saturn create this tension and they're coming into alignment. You've got expansion and restriction, discipline going like this with each other. Everybody's going to be feeling it. So it's like our society is being squeezed like a pimple, literally. Our entire world is being squeezed like a pimple. And I think everybody is fucking feeling it. There are things that are literally coming to a head and they're going to be fucking squeezed out of us. And we've been needing this and we're being squeezed like vice and it fucking sucks, but we've been needing it and we are all aware. Everyone is aware that we've been needing it. And however, there are different opinions as to what has been needing to be squeezed out. So a little tension there, naturally. So we're going to see the great cleansing. I am not a light worker. And I can't even remember. I've got so many posts on here now. I can't even remember if I've mentioned in passing how I'm not really a light worker. I don't think I have, and I don't think I've really gone into it. Lightworkers are generally considered to be connected with angels and sources of light, and that's considered to be good and pure and kind and all loving and connected to God and everything that's good and pure and clean. And so my coming out and saying that I'm not a light worker, I was afraid of presenting myself in such a way as to not be pure and good and clean, and that would shock and frighten people. And the fact of the matter is, I think anyone could tell by just checking out my energy that I am good and I am pure and I am clean. I think it's obvious. So then what am I? Well, I'm not a shadow worker particularly, but I do work. I work in the darkness. I'm completely comfortable doing shadow work and confronting evil and looking it straight in the face. I'm not afraid of it. A lot of people who call themselves light workers are afraid of the dark. And if you get them to confront anything that's other than pure light and goodness and coming from the hallowed places, they fuck the freak out and they run for the hills. They cannot handle it. So who's going to handle it? I mean, what we end up having are the only people that can confront anything that's evil or mean or nasty, which needs to be handled if the earth is going to be cleansed, are the people who work in the shadows, shadow workers, right? But then a lot of them do like things that are really scary, like blood sacrifices and voodoo and hoodoo, that are considered terrifying things, right? I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. I don't like sacrifice chickens, or like collect organs or any of that. What I am is a gray worker. And I don't think that's a term that's really used or recognized perhaps, but I am as comfortable working in the shadows as I am working in the light. I've almost died, I don't know how many times in this lifetime. So, I mean, it doesn't scare me. And I'm not afraid of talking about it. You got to be able to talk about this shit. And just say it for what it is and not like be all, use other words for things, just talk straight about it. So I'm going to end off here. just know, I mean, even if you're not into astrology or anything like that, if things are feeling a little extra fucked up and harsh right now, it's not you. There is an end in sight, and there's a really intense planetary force. I'm expecting to see the beginning of 2021 and the handover of the administration, and like Pfizer winning like FDA approval for the coronavirus vaccine, and Biden promising to have 100 million vaccinations done within the first 100 days. That's today's news. Like, oh my goodness gracious. That is a lot of vaccines. That's 1 million vaccines each day. How you gonna do that, bro? Imagine the infrastructure. Imagine the distribution network he's got to set up with an uncooperative transition team and like limited resources. And how's Pfizer going to manufacture all that in that time when they just got approval today? And like, I mean, what a roller coaster ride. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for lending me your eyeballs. As always, I wish you peace and love.